Good morning and welcome to day 82 of your daily wellness, and today we are doing warrior two, so a nice grounding hip opening pose to get into today. So to begin with, coming into seated, cross-legged position if you can, but if not then you can come into a kneeling position or sit with the legs out in front for this first part. Take a moment to just settle in and notice your breath. Notice if you're breathing deep into your belly, or if you're just taking quite shallow breaths, and try to deepen them. Try to bring them all the way in. Fill up all the way down, and then let everything go. Notice how much more range of breath you have when you're consciously taking everything in and letting everything out. Notice how taking these full breaths makes you want to sit up taller to get all the breath in. Find that alignment through the spine. Take a little fidget if you need to find that central point where we're stacking the vertebrae one on top of the other. Shoulders back and down. Chin is tucked, neck is long. Notice how you feel. And then if you're not in a cross-legged position yet, make your way there. So use a block or blanket to lift you up if it's not comfortable to just sit down on the floor. And don't be afraid to use the props to get into the position properly rather than slumping over and trying to battle with it from the very beginning. And in your cross-legged position, activate your feet. So just pull the toes back a little bit. Feel that extra connection, that extra activation through the legs all the way up into the hips, and when you relax them and pull them back. Start to lengthen the chest forwards, bring the fingertips to the floor. Shoulders are still back and down, spine is long, chin is tucked. Press down into your sit bones as you start to walk the hands away. Lengthen the spine, reach the tailbone back and down. Keep the spine long as you walk away as far as you can, whilst keeping the straight spine before you feel that slump happen. Breathe into the belly. And then walk the hands over to the left. Directly with the knee in the middle of the arms. Ground down through the opposite hip. Maybe we walk it round a little further. Keep the opposite hip grounded down. Keep the spine as long as you can. And then we walk it back through center and over with the knee between the hands. Opposite hip, opposite sit bone pushing down into the floor. And then maybe we take it round a little further. Notice if it's different on this side, if you don't quite get as far. And then we bring it back to center and we fold. Allow that surrender through the body. And walk it over the knee and fold. Keep the opposite sit bone down. And walk it back around opposite the other, over the other knee and fold. And bring it back to center, roll it up. Notice if you feel a bit more free through the lower back and hips. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. From here, drop your right ear to shoulder. Imagine bringing the left jaw up to the sky. Bring it back through center. Now look over your right shoulder. Bring it back to center. Gaze up to the right corner. Keep the shoulders down. Back through center and gaze down to the right lower corner. Bring it back to center. Notice if one side of your neck feels different. We'll even it out now. Drop left ear to shoulder. The right jaw is shining up to the sky. Bring it back to center. Gaze over your left shoulder. Back through center. Gaze up diagonally to the left. Through the center and down diagonally to the left. Bring it back into the center. Notice how you feel. Take a little fidget through the neck. Lengthen back. So push the chin back as if you're trying to give yourself as many double chins as you can. And then jut the chin forwards. Reach it forwards but keep the shoulders back and down, spine in alignment. Give me the double chins. And then lengthen away. One more time, double chins. And lengthen away. Bring it back into center, gaze straight up to the sky. Imagine being lifted from the nose rather than trying to get back as far as you can. Think about lifting up. And then keep the shoulders where they are as you drop chin to chest. Gently bring the head back into center. Take a few shoulder rolls. Inhale, bring them up. Exhale, slide them down. Activate the muscles in the upper back to pull the shoulder blades together. Inhale them up. Exhale them down. One more. From there, bring it onto all fours. Tabletop position, spread the fingers, knees under the hips. And then tuck the toes, send the fingers forward, send the hands forward, lift up to downwards facing dog. Push back, open the chest, walk it through. Ground down through your right foot. Inhale the left foot up to three-legged dog. Keep pushing back. Bend the left knee, open up, so look under the left armpit. Hi. Give the ankle a few circles. One way and the other. And then we rotate it back through, place the left foot down. Inhale the right leg up to three-legged dog, bend the leg, open up, look under the right armpit. Rotate the ankle a few times one way and the other, keep pushing back. Rotate forwards. Step either foot, actually, doesn't matter, up to the top of the mat and turn long ways on your mat. So we're in a nice wide forward fold. Bring the heels in a little so the toes are turning out. Press with the outside edges of the feet and we come up to goddess pose. So knees track out over the toes, spine is long. Take a little shift one side to the other, just a small amount. We don't want the knee going way past the toes. And then we're going to take both feet facing forwards, come into that wide leg forward fold again. And allow this surrender over. Give the head a little shake and a little nod. Roll it up. Okay, we come into our warrior twos. Turn the right toes out. Imagine there's a line coming down the foot all the way back, and that line is going to intersect the arch of the left foot. Now press firmly with the outside edge of both feet. Squeeze your calves, squeeze your quads, bend your right knee. So we want the knee over the ankle. Ideally you want to be right down so that we've got a 90-degree there, but that may mean that you put too much pressure on the back leg, the knees coming over the ankle, everything's slipping out of joints or out of alignment even. So find a depth that suits you, where you can keep knee over ankle, where you can lengthen out through the back leg, open out through the hip and tuck your tailbone under. Strong legs, really powerful, push them into the floor. Now the hips are not going to come all the way here, but we don't want them kind of at the front, we don't want them diagonal, we want somewhere between here and here. So you want your hips to be somewhere between diagonal and all the way to the side. The knee needs to stay out. Scoop your tailbone. Take a moment to shift your upper body. Are you leaning forwards? We often do that. Bring it back. The weight should be equal in both feet. Are you leaning this way forwards or back? Again, find that central point. Give yourself a shoulder roll. Inhale the arms up and then exhale them out. Reach the fingers. Shoulders are plugged in and together in the upper back. Pull the little fingers back a little. Reach, reach, reach. Gaze over your right hand. Strong, powerful warrior two. Each inhale, feel the lengthening, the reaching, the stretching. Each exhale, sink, strength, grounding. One more breath. Allow the release. Turn the toes in, come into a forward fold. Take a little shake out through the legs. Maybe you walk them in a little bit and have a little shake out there before we walk them back out wide. So same on the other side. We bring it up. Turn the left toes out. That line coming back from the left heel in line with the right arch. Press with the outside edge of both feet. Squeeze through the quads, through the calves, through the glutes. Bending the left knee, aiming for 90 degrees, but wherever suits you, suits your hip, suits where you're at. Strong through the legs. Get that real powerful connection. The weight is even between both legs. We're pushing equally between both legs. Now the hips somewhere between diagonal and completely to the side. Keeping the knee open, stay strong. Scoop the tailbone so that we're directly above the hips. We're not leaning this way or that. Make sure we're not leaning forwards or back. Take a shoulder roll. Inhale, arms up. And exhale them out. Reach the fingertips away. Shoulder blades pull together in the upper back. Squeeze the tailbone under. Look over your left hand. Reach, reach, reach. Each inhale, we lengthen. We get into alignment. Each exhale, we ground down. We sink down. One more breath. Allow the release. Turn the toes in. Slowly heel toe them in. And then when you get there, take a little hip wiggle side to side. And take that into a forward fold. And take that same little hip wiggle side to side. And take that into downward facing dog. And you guessed it, hip wiggle. And drop the knees down to all fours. And again, take the hips side to side. Bring the knees together, coming back, and then send the weight over. So if we're in kneeling position, we then just allow the weight to shift to one side as we come over onto the outside edge of the thigh. Use the hands to support if you want to, just starting to create a bit of length, a bit of release through the side. Bring it up through center and over to the other side. Good. Bring it back through center. And this time we want to come into a seated position. Feet about hip distance apart. Fold over, maybe taking a hold of the bottom of your feet. Maybe we take a little sway, getting into the lower back. Only if the movement is free and easy. And maybe you take the legs a little further away so we get a little bit more of a stretch. Maybe you sway or maybe it's stillness here. Maybe the feet go a bit further away again, keeping the belly to thigh. Allow the head to relax over. And then gently release the feet. Come into a seated position of your choice. Let your eyes drift closed. Settle in and notice how your body feels now. Connect with the rhythm, the sensation, and the sound of your breath. Let your practice sink in. And maybe if you're feeling a bit of tension, you can do something else now. If you want to carry on and do some more yoga, if you're feeling energized, maybe you want to lie down and take a shavasana. It's up to you. Otherwise, we're going to allow our eyes to drift open. And the last card in these cards is low lunge. So tomorrow we are doing low lunge, and then I shall be doing my own yoga poses from there on out. You'll notice we haven't done 100 days, even though there's 100 cards, because I did take some out that are like super advanced, and that were just kind of repetitive of the same moves but more advanced. But most of us are never going to get that advanced, so it would just be repeating the same moves. And I didn't want to do that. So that's it. As of tomorrow will be the last of our yoga poses cards, and then we'll be going on to the Curse specials, some of which I may have made up, but that's fine. Okay, so thank you for joining me today. Namaste, and I'll see you again tomorrow for your next dose of daily wellness.